Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Control, where we are not quite done cleaning up. You know, I'm enjoying the game, but it's been a lot of recording today. it's been quite a bit. Okay, so we need to go to the sealed threshold hall and mess with this anchor. I suppose the smart thing to do here would be to jump into, I guess, the entrance? To be honest with you, I've already forgotten the shape of this area and where the control points are in it. So this is a total guess. I mean, we did not have access to. I feel like we looked in all the rooms, right? Like there wasn't another area to go to aside from the path we traveled. Oh, except am I going the right way at all? No. Except there was a safe room that wouldn't open because I think because the lantern was going nuts in here. So maybe that's what we need to do. Go open that. I guess there are doors that we didn't go through, but I have a hard time imagining we're supposed to just dig all the clocks out of there. That seems a little bit unlikely to me. Alright, let's kill some guys. Woo. Did that work? That did not work. Oh no, it kind of worked. I caught him with part of the punch.
That's an altered item.
Jesse, can you not notice things until I notice them? It really leeches the drama out of the scene. Okay, so now I've got health regen. And also that thing making that horribly creepy noise. Are these chair guys the most annoying enemy? No, probably not. The guys who fly around with shields are definitely worse, but these guys do suck. Okay, are we good? I think we're good. She was saying that's an altered item up there. Was up there refer to up on this ledge, maybe? I mean, there's a bunch of glowy light over there. Maybe that's the thing. No, it's just this thing. Alright, no more. No more of that. Jesus. What is wrong with you? These otherworldly magic evil orbs have no sense of manners. No decorum at all. Alright, where was that? Where was the shelter we couldn't open? Here it is.
This is the safe room Will showed me.
Now
the one
it's
with the altered
open.
item inside.
Oh, did he tell me that the altered item was inside before? Did I just, like, did that slide right over my brain? It totally might have. Alright, threshold with effect clocks, lots of clocks, manifested in the containment sector in the middle of some department. Simultaneously, numerous clocks appeared in the area, injuring and killing many clocks. After rescue operations were completed and clocks, rangers were sent in to discover the threshold's epicenter. The sheer amount of clocks made the expedition impossible. The area was sealed off after removing the clocks. Oh, they forgot to redact it. Proved an impossible task. The department was relocated, the area abandoned. Researchers theorized the threshold introduced unstable matter to our dimension, which adopted the form of the clocks, as clocks when introduced to more stable clocks. You know, you have the stable clock that's the start of the effect, and then all the other ones just copy off of his homework.
More clocks.
And he's like, hey, come on, don't make it obvious. But, you know, they make it obvious because they're lazy. Boy, this is pretty weird. I get the feeling that the safe rooms are supposed to be immune to this kind of nonsense. That's, like, the whole point of them, right? Okay, it's getting a little weirder. Oh, that is certainly a big anchor. Missing anything? No, we are not. No, don't. I mean, I guess descending is what anchors do, but still, that's a real bummer. Oh. Uh-oh.
What the fuck is that?
Like a really big astral spike?
Making
Okay.
weird clocks?
It's just power vomiting big clocks. Here, I got something for you. Part of it opened up for a minute there. Yeah, that. Okay. Well, this doesn't seem all that complicated then. Provided we can get over here in time. Oh, I guess I shouldn't do that, because that leeches all of my energy. Must resist the urge to do the awesome punch thing. So far, this seems pretty straightforward. I mean, obviously, ow. I was not paying enough attention. Thought I had more time there. Let's get a little bit of health back. Get our big clock picked up. I was just talking about how this seemed like it was going to be really easy, and then I got completely obliterated by clocks. Alright, is there any more? No, there is not any more health around here. Come on. Damn it. That's the wrong way. Okay. I don't know if it really helps. Like, if it needs to be the big clock. Or if I could just throw any clock at him and it would be fine. Ooh, okay. Well, I live. Oh, that's bad. Okay, well. Too late to react now. Again, it is totally an assumption on my part that we have to hit him with the big red clock. Might not be the case, actually. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, that was not lethal. And now this guy's here. Ow, did I? I'm not sure if I killed him or not there. Nope. Okay. Oh, that was close. So no, we did not have to hit him with the big red clocks, although it did seem like they were doing the best job. Hey, look at that. I feel like we're getting better at this. Finally, right here at the end.
There. No wonder the Rangers had such a hard time with that one.
Yeah, they probably couldn't throw clocks at it with their brains at all. But that's okay. Uncle Mr. Bones tells me they might be able to start fires. And really, isn't that a better power? Okay, it does not look like there's anything else of value to do in here. So that leaves us with a couple of... Ooh, hey, free stuff. That leaves us with a couple of things left to do. First of all, I have restarted the game since the last video, so maybe it's worth heading to the NSC and see if that guy will spawn. And what else do we still have left? Oh, the traffic light, right. And then we should probably do a post-game round of the NPCs, just talk to everybody, see if there's any interesting new dialogue. In fact, Emily had a marker on her, right? Did I actually talk to her? I'm not sure that I did. Whatever, like I said, we'll do a post-game round of the important NPCs and see what's up. Ow. What? An asshole. Shot me with a grenade point blank, killing himself just to mess with me. I mean, it worked. You gotta give him credit for that. It totally did kill me. Or at least it got me killed shortly after. So unfortunately, like I was saying earlier, the Panopticon is not really a location. It's a largish series of locations. It's going to make it a little awkward to figure out exactly where the thing is. I mean, whatever. It doesn't really matter what we spend them on at this point. You know, sure. I have 2 points left. They're going into Shield 3. I feel like the shield feels like it's invulnerable against small arms fire, and it crumples immediately against anything that's actually dangerous. And I don't see, I don't expect that to change, really. Okay, so we gotta go to, yeah, Panopticon, or maybe Upper Panopticon? I'm actually not sure. I believe that our location is Panopticon in both places, and that's the only thing we know about the traffic light, right? Is that is its broad location.
Natural power contained in one place is a risk. Makes me wonder what other dangers are locked away inside the Bureau.
It seems like all of them. All of the dangers. Alright, let's activate this and see if it'll give us any more information. Just says Panopticon. Yeah, there's no, like, no more specific objective indicator. Well, I guess let's just go over here and look at all of the things. I mean, it's out, right? That's the whole idea, is that it has broken out. All of the things that we're supposed to hunt down have broken out. What do we have a case file for? Oh, probably that anchor, right? Yeah. Let's see. Black rock paneling successfully prevents manifestation of the sphere. It is a Trotman-style anchor made of iron with a wooden stock. Surface is rusted in places. Weighs much. A lot. The item generates a persistent blank sphere, the purpose of which is currently unknown. The sphere is always generated at a precise point in relation to the item, specifically, you know, nearby. It was found in 1983. Ranger First Class was dropped into the sphere wearing a diving suit with dedicated oxygen line. After 10 minutes and 13 seconds inside the sphere, the oxygen line was cut at the sphere's border by an unseen force. All agents in the room during the entry into the sphere experienced vomiting, vertigo, and loss of fingernails within an hour of one another. Ranger has been declared MIA, presumed dead, and at this point, feels like a pretty safe assumption. Wait, what is that? Because that's not that container that's hanging down. That over there is the thing that's hanging down. I don't know if I have actually been up on that. Let's go have a look at it. Yeah, that doesn't actually look familiar. Maybe it's not really anything, it's just here to let you do the thing that I'm doing right now. Yeah, seems like. Okay, well. That's just an elevator shaft. I mean, it's a traffic light, right? So you would think that if we were close to it, if we were in a place where we could see it, if we were in a place adjacent to a place where we could see it even, we'd see the traffic light colors, right? Yeah, I don't even know where to start looking here. Okay, this is a little side area. Maybe if we go all the way... Have we been all the way to the top? I honestly don't even remember. Okay, that was fast. Never mind, we're not done. Wow, that guy just kicked me for like 90% of my health. That was a wild amount of damage. Well, the good news is we don't lose anything. Yeah, I guess we'll run to the back of the Panopticon area and look at all of the things through the windows. I'm fairly sure we did not see a traffic light. So if it's broken out, where would it go still within the Panopticon? I'm assuming that Langston is not going to give us any hints. Because, like, going back to Arish didn't yield any hints about the precise locations of any of the Rangers. You know, beyond the information we had just from tracking the quest. So one assumes it would be the same here, which means we just have to look around. I mean, like I said, we saw all of these, and I don't remember seeing a traffic light. Maybe it's on one of the intermediary levels, because I forgot that this elevator only went to floors 1 and 4. Maybe we have to look more closely at the things on floor 2 and 3? It's an idea, at least. Well, I suppose let's get up here. We'll touch the control point up here, since we've now made it pretty clear to us, pretty conclusive, that it is not on floor 1. And then we'll just look around all of the other floors. I think we can get up to 5, too, right? Okay, there is something just missing from this one. Doesn't necessarily mean that that's our traffic light. Touch this just so we respawn here. How close am I to weapon upgrades? Okay, we are 3 remote thoughts off of either of them. And we're probably not going to be able to get the other one. Okay, hey, look at that. I did the lantern and now it's back in here. Did I teleport it back in here, or did Langston have somebody come and collect it, I guess, maybe? Okay, there's my hand chair. There's a file that we didn't see somehow. Maybe I didn't come over here. Ram supplement. Interview conducted with the aid of a French translator, 2009. Where were you on August 2nd, 1979, Mr. Beaulieu? So specific a date, as if I could ever forget. I was called to a fire at the house, that place. And what did you see? Smoke, white like a new pope, rising up from the windows of a small shop. I sent my men in. I was fire chief back then. And what happened next? When we pulled the shop owner out, he was already dead, smoke in his lungs. We found the source afterwards, a baby's walker. Poured water into it, but that only encouraged the smoke. We pulled the carriage outside, and smoke kept shooting out. A crowd gathered. People said it was a miracle. It's a very loose definition of the word miracle. But I disagreed. It seemed to me like more of an omen. We brought the strange thing back to the fire hall. Some Americans, like yourself, came later and took it away. So, is it the case that the other governments of the world... we've never seen anything about international counterparts to our organization? Is it maybe the case that the Americans are the only ones who have a thing like the Bureau of Control? Jesus. That actually spooked me. Stuff should not just explode like that. Alright, so there is a 3rd floor, although... I mean, a bunch of the things are all going to be, like, firewalled off from one another, right? I guess, let's, can we get up onto floor 5? Alright, let's look around up here. We definitely did see the swan boat before. So I think we have been up here. I guess what I should really be looking for is an area that we weren't able to get to previously. Oh, water cooler, right. For a second, I could not identify what that was supposed to be. This is the P6 cell, which technically takes us out of the area marked Panopticon, so that's not going to be the answer. Is there... it looks like maybe not anything we can interact with over here. AI containment on 4 and redacted on 3. Hey, this is an interesting thing. Were we ever on top of this elevator before? I mean, there's nothing to do here, but hey, it's still something new. At this point, I am grasping a little bit at straws. Okay, so what's on level 3? It's completely redacted. I have to imagine that I've looked in here, right? This entrance is extremely obvious. But maybe there's an entrance to another section of this that I didn't try? Whoa, don't just jump over. I was hoping she would stand up on the edge of that. Now, this floor seems to not have an easy way up. Oh, there it is. I do wish that the marker or the quest text or something was a little bit more informational. I definitely think that a lot of modern games go too far in that direction, where you're not really making a lot of decisions. You're just running toward the waypoint all the time. But my brain is old and soft now, and I apparently can't handle this level of freedom. Okay, there's our anchor. Man, was it always that big? That's completely blocked off. I think this is an area we haven't been to before, though. I guess I wouldn't really know, because the anchor wouldn't have been here before. That's a surfboard. Yeah, I don't think we've been here. Trying to make sure we're not missing any chests or anything. Unfortunately, showing up here doesn't actually help us in any way. Trying to make sure we're not missing any files or chests either. Okay. So we were over there for sure. I think we may have done that one. Let's just be sure. Yeah, this is the dead end. And that right there is just connected to this area, right? Well, that's not what I wanted. Okay, this is also a valueless area. So we can go back up to 4. Maybe we should just go and try talking to Langston, because I'm like out of ideas otherwise. It doesn't seem like there's room for stuff to be in containment. It just doesn't seem like there's anywhere for a thing to hide. There you go. Turnabout's fair play. Turns out punching. Punching is always the answer. Wait, this is the fire break? It looks weird. Aha, green and red lights. There we go. Unmapped area. Yeah, because this was the door to the fire break before. That's kind of sneaky from the developers. Just put it in a place where you previously knew that it wasn't. Okay. Well, it looks to me like maybe we don't want to be Okay, let's try to get to cover before the light turns red. Ooh, I'm definitely in the light a little bit. Alright, and then... do I think I could get to it? We could try sprinting for over there. Okay, we can definitely at least do this. And yeah, I'll try to make it to that. Oh, I moved a little early. Okay.
Wait, how did I get back here?
We can do this. I just have to be a little bit more patient. Actually, this is going to work pretty well. Now we can get up to here. Alright. On the next signal, we got it. Wait. Damn it. Oh, this is the tunnel where the television thing was. I'm all turned around. Also, very sneaky. The moment I look away, all of a sudden... Oh. Apparently I'm not actually behind the cover there. Shoot. Okay, alright, everything's fine. Patience, that's all it takes. Also, Jesse does not... you have to be moving already to start sprinting. Come on, let me... okay, we're not actually in the light, I guess? There we go. Yeah, you can't hold shift and press forward to run the way you can in almost every game. You have to start running first and then hit shift to begin your sprint. Okay, the object's effect is subdued by exposure to sunlight. It is a traffic light with 3 distinct lights arranged vertically on each of its 4 sides. A popular children's game is believed to be integral in the manifestation of this item and its effect. If an entity approaches the item while its red light is activated, they will be instantaneously relocated. Theories that the item is shifting people to a former timeline or parallel universe have been explored and dismissed. Hey, that would actually be pretty handy if you could find a way to use one of these things to, like, time travel. You could use that for stuff. The item was discovered after a streetlight at an intersection near the elementary school began shifting people away from itself after sunset. A local panic brought the case to the attention of the Bureau. The item was contained, and a gas leak was blamed for the confusion in the townspeople's perception. Okay, well they just recycled this threshold area. Okay, now we are supposed to actually go back to Langston. I'm a little bummed out. Like, if it turns out we can't finish the quest with Orisha's buddies, I'm a little bummed out that we'll miss whatever dialogue that would have unlocked. But this will give us something with Langston at least. The character that I enjoy with what little we've had of him, anyway. And I did it again. I tried to press 3 to put my gun away so I could run faster. Because my brain cannot keep video games separate. Listen, they're all basically the same. Am I misremembering? I thought there was a control point right here. Am I on the wrong floor? Oh, no, okay, it's just it's in the ring a little bit. So we're just going to fast travel to the lower control point. This actually might be slower than jumping. Oh no, that's right. There's no load when it's in the same room. Still, just jumping off and floating down there might have been pretty fast.
I need to dig out my own proposal on better containment practices. More ritual worship.
I found all those missing altered items.
All of them? Wow, you have a gift, ma'am. But those weren't all of the altered items missing from the Panopticon.
Seriously, is there a
Must be
second
making you
checklist?
restless. We've had several more containment breaches.
How many of these things did he lose? How many?
Just a couple. Should be no problem for you. I really appreciate your help. Really. Just super.
Yep, I like him. So I don't know exactly what it is about him, but something about him I like. Oh, the rubber duck got out. I'm actually very worried about that one. Hey, sit rep.
Can I get a situation report for the sector?
Whew, okay, we still have to perform a proper inventory of the cells. Lord knows how many altered items snuck out during all this. Staffing.
Seems like you know.
Definitely lost some people. Gonna have to hit those college career fairs, am I right? Huh.
It's hard to imagine the FBC at job fairs.
The Hiss are still tearing up the place faster than we can fix it, but the containment sector is stable-ish.
Considering the alternative, I'm happy with stable-ish. Any thoughts on me serving as director? I know
Not a question you're going to get any honest answers to.
No complaints so far. Trench was all secrets, lots of meetings behind closed doors. You seem much more approachable. But if I can give you some advice, ma'am, keep a grip on who you are. I've been here a long time, and I don't know if it's the job or this place, but people change here, and not for the better.
I'll try to keep my head on straight.
It was actually like a nice, caring warning.
Will you stay on after things calm down, Langston?
Are you asking if I'm quitting? Oh, no, ma'am. I'm not having some mid-level agent make a mess of my panopticon. Plus, I'm racking up serious overtime hours with this lockdown. Just don't take too long clearing out the Hiss. My cat gets separation anxiety.
I'll do what I can. He must have gotten a pet sitter.
Well, I mean, it's not like he knew what was going to happen here. I'm sure his apartment is in a terrible state right now.
I'll see you later, Langston.
I'll be here, like always.
That's right, you will, because I'm not letting anybody out. Okay. So, containment, sealed threshold corridor, prime candidate program, and protective studies down in research. 2 ability points is not enough to actually do anything with. Well, I guess let's start here. So I don't think we've read anything about the flamingo. Also, how am I even going to know? I mean, I guess the areas aren't that large. We'll just look around and hope. Also, how did I miss this? Okay, well, it turns out it doesn't really matter that I missed it, because it's a thing we don't need. Alright, if I were a flamingo, where would I be? I'd feel a little bit better about this search if I had any idea what the flamingo's deal was, if we knew anything about it. We know some things. As much as I'm afraid of the rubber duck based on what we've read, I at least have a sense that it probably won't be too hard to find because it's somewhat likely to be pursuing us. Okay, one of these guys. That's not too bad. We have these guys well in hand. Don't throw your shield at me. Man, I keep hitting other objects with my thrown objects. Stupid gun is in the wrong mode. This time, nothing's coming up Millhouse. Oh, that hit me, huh? I would have thought I was pretty clear of that, but apparently not. That does make this a little bit more dangerous. Alright, hold on a second. Let's just regen a little bit. Okay, I might want to take a little bit longer aiming. There we go, I finally got there with it. He's got a bunch of health in there with him. But I'm just I'm a little leery of shielding and running in there in case he can... Yeah, in case he can dispel my shield with his shield. Because like I said, big enemy attacks seem to one-shot the shield. Pretty much no matter what. Alright, looking for a flamingo. Man, this is going to be a nightmare. Looking for a flamingo in these thousands and thousands of clocks. I'm assuming it's like standard lawn flamingo size, so it'll stick out a little bit. Wait a minute. Is there loot in there? I saw an interaction symbol. Oh. Maybe not, because maybe we can't even get in there? Oh, there's a radio. Could turn on the radio. I bet I could pull that over here. There we go. I did it. Not that that really helps us. So it says it's in the sealed threshold corridor. This is bad. Here we go. This is where we want to be. Think. Is it maybe in this big room? I mean, I guess we're technically still in the sealed threshold corridor. And they did just recycle the TV spot, so maybe they recycle this room as well, although it doesn't look like it. No, I think we were probably in the right spot when we were at the checkpoint, and I just ran away from it. Well, I'm just gonna fall here. This'll respawn us at the control point. I don't know why I couldn't think of the word control. I've been saying it all day. Yeah, this will respawn us at the control point. This is probably the fastest way to get back. Although it does feel bad to, you know, intentionally hurl Jessie to her death. Okay, so I went shallower. Could we go deeper instead? Not really. I guess this is like the deepest point, huh? Now here's that thing again. That's interesting. I just sort of assumed that we would not be able to access what is marked off as the sealed area here, but maybe that's not true. Maybe we can break through. Okay, doesn't look promising. No, I'm thinking that looks like it will not work. I mean, I have to imagine when we get close to it, it would be pretty obvious where it is, because they tend not to be very subtle. Usually, like, objects flying around, all kinds of bad stuff happening. I feel like we ran through the entire part of this area that is the corridor without seeing anything unusual. I mean, unusual relative to this place, obviously, the clocks. See, we're already in the checkpoint again. This is not the right place. It's in here somewhere. It's actually a very small area. So far, the names on the objectives have been correct. You know, it's never been like, oh, it said it was the corridor, but actually it was the checkpoint or anything. All this stuff has been pretty accurate and descriptive. So where the hell could it be? I wish I knew what it was. Like what the thing about it is. Okay, there's an area on the other side of this wall. How do we access that? Because there's not... Oh, here we go. Yeah, it must be in here. Yeah, that's an unusual lighting color. That bodes well for us, I think. I mean, bodes well is probably strong, but you know what I mean. Maybe switch to the not explosive version of the thing. Is it going to close the door on me? Oh, no, very much the opposite, actually.
That's got to be an altered item.
Strong instincts there, Jesse. Alright, well, what if I just fly and ignore all this nonsense? Oh. Okay, if you touch the Ripley bits, you immediately get teleported back. That's a weird item. Okay, I can't touch the floor at all. It's not just the raised parts, it's the whole floor. You can go right through the part by the ceiling, though. Huh. It's a TV antenna? Oh, we're not done yet. Oh, this guy. I totally forgot about this.
You got into another altered item.
Oh, right. We probably don't actually want grenade mode because it's gonna make it harder to deal with this thing. Oh, you know what? The former. This is what that message from the board was about, right? The thing's called the former for a reason. Alright, just remember to dodge. I mean, I do way more damage with my launch now than I used to. So this might not be a very long fight. I think we need to hit one more launch. That was a really early dodge. No, you're kidding me. I did kill it. I did kill it. Yeah, I dodged too early, and it got hit by the thing, and it created the big hole in the ground right underneath my foot. Well, that's embarrassing, considering how quickly he was dying. That's fine. We got that, though.
I never did.
He's a lot less intimidating.
Too pink.
Does she remember what just happened? I mean, I guess that makes sense, because then we don't lose progress when we respawn. Wait. Do I not have to fight the... Huh. Okay, well, we kept our progress. That's weird. You know, I don't have to put up with this. I've already forgotten though where in the... Alright, let's just teleport out of here to a place where there aren't tedious enemies for me to fight. And then we'll figure out where we're supposed to be going. Because there was one more that was in containment, but I've already forgotten which part of containment it was in. Right, the Prime Candidate program. That makes sense. So we want to go to logistics. And then once we get these done, he's going to tell us about 5 more that we have to go find. Okay, Prime Candidate program is over here somewhere. It's like you go past this and then up there. I'm never going to get the hang of navigating this place, I don't think. This is the wrong room. This way, that's right. I'm all caught up now, everything's fine. We gotta get better metal detectors. Oh yeah, we still never got into the Sterling AWE either. Hopefully one of these side quests will get us in there. What are we even looking for? A mannequin. Oh man. This is gonna be a creepy one, isn't it? Ow. That's interesting. He didn't dodge at all when we pulled a thing through him from behind. Maybe that's the way to deal with those guys. Alright, so if I'm a mannequin, where am I going to be found? Oh, we probably also got a file regarding the flamingo when we defeated it. We should probably look at that. Ow. There's definitely one more over here. I saw him. Look at that. He's trying like some actual tactics. You gotta hand it to him. That is the smartest Hiss soldier we've ever seen. Well, I believe that might be our quarry right there. Alright, let's just go over there and touch it. This is gonna be bad, right?
God, the only thing creepier than one mannequin is a few dozen of the damn things.
Yeah, she's not wrong. Okay, we'll just follow the trail of them, I guess? I was about to say maybe we should go where they're looking, but they're not all looking in the same direction, actually. Sure looks like they're standing guard here. I keep waiting for one of them to, like, reach out for us. Am I just supposed to find the right one and hold F on it? Maybe. How will I know? I mean, we could just get real close to all of them. We could also start blowing them up. Maybe the real one would be more resistant to service weapon fire. Let's try getting close to some more of them, though. It doesn't seem like anything's happening. I will say I keep thinking I see them move out of the corner of my eye, which I am not appreciating. Alright. Okay, that seems to not be the solution. Are there any of them down here? No, it doesn't look like it. Can I... I can't pick them up, right? At least I can't target them. Okay. Launched items just go straight through them. Once again, wish that I had read a file on a mannequin. There's got to be some kind of identifying mark on one of them or something. Maybe the play really is just get close to each one of them and see if you can interact. I have not done this in a particularly systematic way, though, which makes me pretty uncertain. Hold on, they continue off in this direction. Oh, wait. Hello there.
New hero policy. No more mannequins.
Okay, I guess that was it. I feel like we should have had to defeat that boss, right? Oh, I guess I did kill it. Yeah, you know what? We didn't have to fight it again because I did kill it right before I died. I managed to panic throw a piece of rock at it. Alright, let's have a look here. Mannequin procedures. No known procedures for preventing the item's effect. Update: lining the item's cell with black rock yielded positive results. A wire and fabric waste mannequin, the base and head are made of stained wood. The item duplicates. The trigger for this behavior is unknown. No correlation can be found in either the number of duplications or the duration. Okay, well, I mean, it's creepy and annoying, but not, like, dangerous, which is nice. Oh, we did have a file about the flamingo. Had I read this before? The transient reported the item gives me clouds when it's hot and sun when it's not. Oh, yes, I totally did read this before, but it feels like it was quite a while ago. Plastic pink flamingo lawn ornament. 2 steel prongs extend from its underside. Okay, so it is a lawn ornament. It was just stuck on top of a TV for some reason. The item is suspected to influence atmospheric physics, altering meteorological phenomena. This effect is currently unconfirmed and not really seemingly related to the thing we had to do to retrieve it, right? Like that undulating passageway. Why was that like that? Oh well. Let's just get back out of here. So wait, where? How do I do that? Here we go. This is right. All right, protective studies. The rubber duck was following the person in that file that we read about it, right? Ah. I'm too close to the wall. The camera's not allowing me to see, you know, you get a little red glowy effect before they throw the thing at you. Oh, that's right. The control point's through this way. We can just ignore this. Here we go. Hard to see effects like that, though, when your back is completely up against a wall. Alright, so... we want... Wait, what do we want? Research protective studies. Where is Okay, protective studies is near the ritual division. Through the entrance behind the ritual division. I don't remember this area at all. It's marked on the map. We must have been there before. I'm sure it'll be familiar once we get inside, but it's remarkable how much of this building I've already forgotten. I'm gonna blame the hiss, or the oldest house. The oldest house is making me forget. It's a self-defense measure. Okay. Rubber duck. I mean, it's still in its box. Are we sure it escaped? Doesn't look like it escaped. It looks like it's fine. Well, it doesn't say capture. It says cleanse and contain. Not allowed to go in there. It actually looks like... we get through from the other chamber over here? Oh. Do you guys mind? I'm very busy right now. Man, how many of them are there gonna be? Okay, the advantage of throwing really large objects is that they multi-kill very easily. And the duck is still waiting, watching. Alright, so we cannot get through from the other side. Right, this is the same as all the other rooms we've seen. You go through this thing and... so how the hell are we supposed to access it?
Altered item number 52AE analysis, session 2. I will begin by introducing various stimuli to the item. First,
oh, that's right. She tried to destroy it, and nothing took.
No response. Next, I will introduce heat via a...
okay, well, I'll give them this. They built them strong.
No
we
response.
get above it, maybe?
A series of solutions will be applied, each with a different value on the pH scale, from 0 to 14.
Where does this go? Could we... there's got to be a way to get behind there. Creepy. This stuff is all so creepy. Okay, I do remember this area now. And then that's where the, that's where we were carving the Black Rock Prism. We have been in this room a couple of times. Get... Jesse, just like crouch a little bit. I guess I do have an actual crouch button. I could probably have crouched manually. Hello? I don't think we've been up here. Yeah, this looks like a place we have not been. Also, it sounds like a place that might be full of mold monsters. Did we fly yet last time we were here? Maybe that's the reason I didn't make it up here. I feel like I didn't know that this entrance was here either, though.
Can you understand me? Can you understand my words?
That's disconcerting.
No response.
I'm just gonna, we're gonna go over here. We're gonna unlock this door. Okay. Make it easier to get back here in the future in case we have to. Yeah, it's, it really has...
Disappearing ducks. Great.
I can't believe that I got jump scared by it. It's just very embarrassing, is what it is. Alright, where'd it go? It was over there, apparently. Maybe I have like a limited amount of time to get to it? Oh, I thought I saw the red glow. But it's just a red file folder. Sounds like it's right over here, honestly. Oh, maybe it's in there. I mean, by the time we got to it now, it'll just disappear. I can't tell, actually. Ah. Yeah, the quacking sounds are difficult to locate. For some reason, they don't sound like they're coming from anywhere in my headphones. But it looks like he repeats the locations. So in theory, we could just wait by one of them and see if he pops right to us. We know he can appear in this corner and in this corner. I mean, I know shooting him is not going to do anything, right? We know it's indestructible. Just wait a second. Maybe it doesn't pop until I get close to it. Or maybe it's just going to let me walk right over to it for some reason.
Finally, no more quacking.
Rubber duck procedures. Direct contact with the item is not permitted. I'm pretty sure I didn't actually touch it. Item is a yellow rubber duck bath toy from the 1950s. A single hole at the bottom allows air and water to flow in and out. The item makes a sound analogous to quacking. It's important to specify, this is not an actual quack. The item travels considerable distances with surprising speed. How it achieves this motion is unknown. The item forms a something of unknown purpose with anyone who makes direct physical contact with it and begins to follow them, quacking often. This has led to a researcher entering cardiac arrest, though due to the individual's health issues, the matter may not be connected to the item's effect. I could totally see how that might happen, because I just about had a heart attack, and I am, first of all, 100% definitely safe from the thing, and secondly, in like reasonably good health. I'm trying not to say anything that might jinx that. Okay, back to Langston. Let's see what he has for us this time. Hopefully just rewards. Although an outfit, I'm assuming. Because what else could we possibly need at this point in the game? I wonder what outfit we would get for this. Maybe we could get his suit. We'll borrow that, and he can borrow the golden suit from us. I'm sure he'd look great. Might be a little small on him.
Great privilege, sir. We are both pleased with our assignment.
That's great. Thank you.
There's something wrong with those two.
Every altered item on your list is now back in the Panopticon, safe and sound.
That's a load off my mind. Missing altered items don't exactly reflect well on me, you know. Did they give you any trouble?
The flamingo pulled me into the astral plane just like the fridge did. That same creature was there.
I was looking over the old activity reports, and multiple items have been displaying much more destructive behavior in the past few weeks. There's some connection there, I bet, but that's a bit above my pay grade.
Something to keep an eye on.
And if I have any more runaways, I'll know just who to call.
To be clear,
guess
this
this
is
is my
your
life
job.
now.
I have other responsibilities. So wait, we're just worried that the objects are behaving strangely, and that's where we're gonna leave it. I guess this is another one of those the DLC's coming kind
I'll
of
see you
things.
later, Langston.
I'll be here, like always.
All right, let's go and try to spawn that guy for Orisha's quest one last time. From what I looked up on the subreddit, it seemed like we were going to exactly the right place, and dude just does not spawn for a lot of people. But most people reported that, like, after they left and and did some stuff and then came back, he did appear. So I'm hoping that that's what we're gonna see. So NSC energy converters. Because at this point, there's not really anything else we can do. We have nothing else to space us out. So if he's not appearing now, he's simply just not going to appear for us. And I mean, we're probably missing like 3 lines of dialogue from Arish. It's not the end of the world. Does bother me though. I'd be lying if I said it didn't. And, you know, last time we were here, we were in our fancy asynchronous suit. It's very intimidating for him. Maybe he'll be willing to show up and talk to the janitor. I thought for a second we had him, and then it was just the side mission thing, which is way too loud and sudden. There's no fade up on it at all, you know, it starts really loud. Okay, well, that's kind of what I figured. They'll patch it, probably. I don't know that we'll bother to come back, but they'll probably fix it. Okay, well then, I think the last thing we want to do here is just, like, have a chat with Emily, right? And we could check in on Dylan. I don't think we actually went and looked at Dylan. Although, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know 100% where they're keeping him. Emily definitely told us, but that's not the same thing as me remembering. I'm trying to think, are there any other characters? We could go visit Dr. Underhill. Except I don't really want to set foot in the fungus lab ever again, and I can't imagine she would have anything else for us. And we don't actually know where Marshall is, right? Didn't she disappear? Or maybe I'm mixing up the knowledge that she often does disappear. I don't know. Let's just go talk to Emily here. Yeah, she still totally has a marker on her.
Do you remember Mr. Tomasi, the head of communications? The hiss he was changed into showed up in containment, near the turntable.
I'll take care of it. That thing's
Oh,
not
that's
getting away this
right.
time.
We didn't
I've heard
actually kill
reports
him.
about his particular use of language and intonation when repeating the hiss babbling. The biological and behavioral distinctions between different hiss-corrupted individuals is truly fascinating. I wonder if I could categorize the data.
And she's already off on her own thing.
I mean, listen, you can categorize anything you want.
How do you feel about me taking over as director?
You act like it just happened. You've been director since we first met, remember? I am still thrilled. Nothing's changed. Not for me.
Yeah, but it's
the
only been like a
Bureau
couple
has
hours.
changed. Trench and Darling are gone. Their knowledge, anything not written down, disappeared with them. They knew the Bureau better than anyone.
They're the Bureau's past, Emily. We won't operate like they did. We'll learn from their mistakes. We'll be better than they ever were. We won't ever be like them.
Darling's not... Okay, I guess we're about to have a conversation about that.
When the hiss got into my head, I saw some weird things. I think Darling even spoke to me. Does that make any sense to you?
Empirically, no, but
that's
Phantom
sort of the job.
voices, as well as hallucinatory states, are not uncommon here. And considering the forces that Dr. Darling was working with, he could have been transferred to a different plane of consciousness, physically or otherwise.
And that doesn't upset you?
Oh, very. And the fact that he hid those forces from me, it's infuriating. But Darling's dream was always to look beyond our reality. This time he may have taken a step too far, but as long as his consciousness can perceive his surroundings, I'm sure he's loving it.
Maybe Darling was just trying to protect you from the darker side of his work.
Fuck that. I'm not a child. Don't just assume I'm going to consider something morally repugnant.
Which it all was.
Which it all was, of course.
Nice save. I do like her.
How was Dylan?
The same. I can't detect any Hiss activity, but his physiology has certainly been altered by it. And I can't tell if his brain activity is genuine or simply the aftermath of the Hiss, like spasms. Dylan could wake up tomorrow for all I know. I really can't say.
Then I just have to wait for him. That's fair. He waited a long time for me.
Don't worry. We'll be monitoring him round the clock. If he wakes up, we'll be ready. I don't mean that in a hostile way, just... well, you know.
I hear you. My brother isn't exactly popular around here. I hope one day he'll have the chance to change that.
And it's not like waiting for him is gonna put us out or anything. We're certainly not going anywhere.
So, there was a moment after Hedron died that I couldn't feel my powers. The hiss got into my head. Just for a moment.
So that explains the HRA outage. Before we knew what was happening, the Hiss had us. They were in my head. I saw terrible things. I mean, I was about to go under forever when the Hiss was pushed back. The HRAs had come back on. Dylan vanished afterwards, and we fought off the Hiss that came after him. So if Hedron's death knocked out the HRAs, that means there must be a new local source for them to relay, which I'm guessing must be...
me.
You. Hedron is dead, assuming that word even applies to a resonant-based life form. But whatever it awakened in you, the power you call Polaris, is still active. Or at least, that's what my instruments are telling me.
I don't think we're ever gonna understand all of this. And I'm okay with that. I'm just glad you're here with me. That's good to know. Thanks, Emily.
The game developers just explicitly telling us, listen, we're not going to explain this whole thing. You're gonna have to just kind of sit with what we've told you here.
I found Dylan attacking the astral plane and the board. What was he hoping to accomplish?
Huh. Since they arrived, Hiss have been corrupting objects of power, which have an inherent link to the astral plane. Maybe their goal was to access the astral plane and the board itself.
That still doesn't tell us why.
His motives are a difficult thing to work out, but I have been digging through confidential files and noticed a strange gap in knowledge regarding the board. Looks like any data on them has either been deleted or was never gathered in the first place.
Then maybe it's time someone looked into that.
Maybe it is.
I'm sure that Trench knew a lot more than he wrote down.
Well, I've got a bureau to run. See you soon.
Yes, ma'am, Director Faden.
Please, Emily. Not even as a joke.
You know, I think Emily and Jesse are going to get along just fine. I can't imagine we've seen the end of Darling, right? Like, they showed us him in the blue smoke in the hotline pose for a reason. There's got to be more to that. We want to go to the turntable. I guess, yeah, the transit corridor makes the most sense. Alright, Tomasi was a real pain in the ass the first time we had to fight him, but I have to imagine we're a little better matched now. I mean, I assume he'll be tougher than he was, considering that this is a thing you could only do after the end of the game. But maybe it'll be more like a little victory lap. Okay. So he was spotted near the turntable. Let's actually make that my active quest. Sighted in the containment sector. Aha! Well, it doesn't get much more straightforward than that. Wow, that is a big chunk of black rock that somebody is carving into a D10.
There you are.
Okay, so he's gonna do the dodgy thing. He's regenerating his shield too quickly for me to do this with the gun. And he's also gonna dodge everything we attempt to do to him. Maybe there's like, yeah, there's stuff on the ground. Maybe there's something we can, ow. Maybe there's some information that we need to get here. Well, let's see. A paranatural object appeared in a field outside the town of Sterling, Colorado, near a billboard advertising some garbage. No civilians were injured, though a family dog has been reported as missing. Local authorities arrived on the scene and began issuing orders over a monitored line of communication using several watchwords flagged by the Bureau. Bureau agents from the regional office were dispatched and arrived 2 hours after local police. The situation was contained. Okay, after some days of evaluation, the object was lifted to an enclosed truck with built-in Blackrock panels and relocated to Bureau headquarters via the subway transit system. So there's no information in this at all. Something tells me we're gonna die probably like a couple of times figuring this out. I wonder if it is just like a brute force thing? Just we have to get through all the bar. Does it feel like that's what it should be? But given the speed with which he regenerates and everything, it definitely feels like there's a piece of this that I don't have, right? There's something missing. Wonder if I can climb up on that from here. Nope. I can cause myself to fall to my death, embarrassingly, though. That's fine. Tomasi's not going to tell anybody. Maybe we should switch back to the grip? This is kind of an awkward range for the spin. Yeah, I guess we can try it. But I'm really thinking we got to get up on the upper catwalks in there. There must be some kind of object or piece of information that we're missing. Okay, and these are not the right mods. Accuracy up, sure, seems fine. Oh, I don't have my damage mods because they're on the other thing. I do wish that there was. I wish that you could just take the mods off of other guns. Give me this stuff. Swap you back. I guess swapping this back to the charge, I don't know, that might not. It might not be the right thing to do, but also I think there's a pretty significant chance that there's no good secondary weapon for this. Even more accuracy. And then I mean, headshot damage is a good idea if we could actually hit him in the head. I'm not confident that I can. Wasn't there just a raw damage booster? Did I not actually take it off? Huh. Thought we had just... Oh, the flat damage up is on the charge. Well, we can replace that. It might actually be worth crafting a better damage up. I don't know. Let's give the fight another go or two here. See if we need to start crafting to have a chance. Does not help to come in here not at full health.
There you are.
Ow. But if you can hit him with the grenades, they really do some damage. Okay. There's a stairwell over here. I'm sure I'm just going to die on this attempt, but I'm just trying to make sure we're not missing anything. Okay, so there's a chest. I mean, it doesn't look like... Doesn't look like there's anything really going on here. In terms of, like, extra mechanics. That's extremely annoying. Oh, that's interesting. I mean, I guess that's only going to open up once we kill Tomasi, though, right? It's, for some reason, impossible to stand on this catwalk. Alright, I tried to dodge, and she just didn't go anywhere. I'm gonna assume that I got stuck on a railing, although it sure didn't look like I should have gotten stuck on a railing. So no, there's nothing going on in the room, we just have to brute force him. That's weird. It feels like there should be... I don't know, it feels like there should be a mechanic there, especially with that big mysterious thing in the middle of the room. Maybe I should try breaking off pieces of that, like throwing stuff at it, or... nope. I run the wrong way every single time, apparently. Okay. I thought it was having an effect. I thought it like created a sound that he didn't like, but it doesn't look like it did. Hey, look! I actually did some damage to him. Okay, so we gotta... we bait him into diving. Looks like he loses his shield. But then he becomes extremely dodgy. Reload. It's gonna take an entire year to kill him. That said, he's not really posing much of a threat to me. As long as this piece of whatever it was from Sterling holds up. This doesn't feel right. Right? Like, there's no mechanics going on here. I'm just walking back and forth behind this piece of cover. Also, man. Feels like if you're doing a fight right, it shouldn't take this long. Okay, here we go. Here's some more challenge. Well, the good news is these guys are totally capable of throwing. One of them's still alive. Where'd he go? Like, it seemed like that flyer just evaporated, right? Oh, it wasn't a flyer. That's what happened. It's one of those things. I'm trying to look for the little, like, ground disturbances that it causes. Because if it hits me, it's going to do a ton of damage, right? That said, we've never seen them attack off the ground. Oh, it's over there. Ow, I stopped. Took my eye off the ball for a second. That's on me. Where are you? Come on, come on, come on. Oh, I could have converted it. I was a little too slow to realize. Oh god. It's a bad moment for me to be out of stuff. Alright. think there might be another one of those invisible things in here, based on that sound I just heard. Oh hey, I actually hit him with a throw. Accidentally. Okay, hit that guy a couple of times. Hey you. Be a distraction. Alright, maybe enough with the ads already. Aw. I was gonna convert him, but my buddy killed him. The good news is, Tomasi seems pretty focused on me. So our friend here is just gonna be free damage. Come on, come on, come on. Also, maybe trying to get headshots is a little ambitious. Oh! Caught him sleeping. Alright, this has not been so bad. Although I do feel like a great big coward.
There. I guess the Bureau should start looking for a new head of communications.
You know, we probably should have been doing that anyway. Something tells me he's not quite up to the task anymore. What is in here? I'm gonna assume some files. Let's hope some files. Hell yeah, files. Alright, Sterling. Local witnesses report a bright flash in the field at approximately nighttime. No noise accompanied the light. Authorities had assumed the object fell from the sky, but our examination found the object actually manifested there, vaporizing the soil around it in an intense spherical something, which possibly explains the light seen from the town. The object is a hollow sphere made of stone-like material. Structural analysis, nothing. The sphere has a broken portion, as if something broke off from the object. The object has been inactive since arriving. Communications Department officially stated to the press that the object was a small meteor, while also using the America Overnight program to lie to them about it a lot. This AWE will be studied in the containment sector until the spherical object is deemed safe to be transferred. To the investigations sector. Is that a place we've been? Probably. Oh hey look, a new level of damage boost. That's handy.
You're listening to America Overnight, now in our 29th year, lifting the veil between fiction and reality.
It's another recurring
Thanks
theme.
for staying up with us. I've been getting a lot of calls about this meteor in Sterling, Colorado. There were reports of a large spherical container that crash-landed in a field outside town. Some government people reportedly took it away. Now, we happen to broadcast from Colorado, and Sterling isn't far. I drove down myself to check it out with members of the America Overnight team. I don't need to tell you, it wasn't long before we found pieces of metal debris scattered in a field. Listeners, this is yet another instance of an unidentified flying object, or UFO, entering our airspace and crashing. That the government took away the evidence under cover of darkness only compounds the fact that these are more than likely visitors from beyond our planet, or dare I say, solar system. Head on over to our website to see pictures of the spacecraft pieces we uncovered. And while you're doing that, our sponsors would like your ear. America Overnight will be right back.
So the Bureau used the America Overnight program to plant not a story about how this was nothing out of the ordinary, but instead a more ridiculous sounding conspiracy so that people who believe that something did happen here would look ridiculous. And I guess they've been doing some work on it, because it's certainly not spherical anymore. Also, it looks like a D12, not a D10. I'm embarrassed for myself, frankly. There another thing up here? No, I think we may have cleared the place out. Oh no, wait, there was a Yeah, there was a chest up here that I didn't actually grab because I got killed trying to go for it. Well, hey, remote thoughts are cool in case we want to upgrade any of our guns any further. You know, right before we see the final conversation. I mean, who knows? If there is DLC, and in fact I know there is, maybe we'll carry over progress and we'll be happy that we banked all these resources? Maybe. Alright, back to Emily. And I think this is maybe going to be our final thing of the game. If there is anything particularly cool that I missed, I'll maybe make an effort to capture it on camera, because I'll tell you what, after I finish this, I'm going to go read about the game. Part of the reason I was so eager to get through it is that I've been intentionally not reading anything or like listening to people talk about it, because again, I wanted to have the experience of it totally fresh, both for myself and for the series. I'm really, really eager to dig into what people are finding, what people are thinking. Also, all of your comments, your lovely comments that I'm sure are extremely nice to me and not making fun of me at all.
Sorry, I forget he was a coworker.
Don't apologize. That wasn't the real Tomasi. He died when the hiss got him.
Also,
You're
he was a
right.
dick, so...
I just didn't want to be insensitive.
Sentimentality is a weakness in situations like these, Jesse. That's Bureau 101.
I don't think Emily's in danger of being called sentimental.
Oh, that's it? Okay. Well, let's
I've
go,
got a bureau to
Arish
run.
is right out in the lobby.
See you
Let's go
soon.
talk to him, too. We haven't
Yes,
gotten his
ma'am,
post-game
Director
dialogue.
Faden.
Please, Emily.
What did I tell
Please,
you?
it's a joke.
Just moments ago, what did I tell you? Emily, do you know what I can do to you with my mind?
Where are the files on
She's not taking me seriously.
Yeah, I found a file on the old director, Northmore. Didn't list any dated death. You know anything about that?
Could be an error. The records staff process a lot of data. Maybe it just slipped through.
Yeah, maybe.
Did we hear anything about his death from Trench? I'm not sure we did. Trench said... Trench seemed to believe that Trench looked up to him, I think. It sounded like. And also that he, Northmore gave into a lust for power, but that's sort of, vague.
Looks like it got shifted. We have rangers checking each sector.
Fuck, whose side is the house on? Alright, we'll keep teams looking. And post a watch on the old location just in case it shifts back. We need that fucking ammo.
You guys should get guns made of magic black rocks. Really solves that problem.
I heard you closed the Hiss portal, or whatever it is we're calling it. And if we could just flush out the stragglers.
So, what's next for Simon Arish?
Well, first off, I'm banning all slide projectors. That's it. Seriously, though, we need to review our protocols. Research should not be making decisions that endanger the entire Bureau, fuck it, the entire fucking world, without some serious oversight.
I think Pope would agree. Certain people in the Bureau have been working in the shadows for too long.
And I'd like to make these HRAs part of the mandatory Bureau uniform. They're not stylish, but better safe than sorry.
I don't think anyone will complain. Not after this.
Although the HRAs are, pretty specifically tuned to the threat of the hiss, once we get this under control, they probably won't actually have any value anymore, right?
What are your thoughts on me serving as director?
Well, I couldn't be more excited. I mean, look, don't get me wrong, Trench was fine, but... Well, you pulled us back from the brink, so... Well, I'm honored to serve, man. I mean, fuck, shit. Faden. Sorry.
He'll get it one day.
No, he won't. None of them will.
So, what's the situation in my bureau, Arish?
The situation is we are still up to our eyes in Hiss. Not to mention the months of repairs it's gonna take just to get this place up and running again.
But is it doable?
Of course it is. You just might need to tell some rangers to grab a wrench once they're done hunting Hiss.
Did anyone ever mention to you that Darling was using the slide projector?
Well, Salvador never did, but I doubt he even knew. Look, I'm well aware that it's our job to study and contain the things that we don't understand, but Well, some of the things that Darling did were way outside of our mission statement. Look, these things are not toys, and acting like they are is only ever going to end one way. At least Pope seems to understand that.
Well, it's secure now. No one can reach it without my say-so.
Well, thank Christ for that.
Is that true? Do I have control of the ashtray maze now? I mean, I guess I can get it. I could go bind the ashtray.
Marshall's been missing for a while now. Any ideas where she could be?
The last time I saw her was in maintenance when I was leading the Rangers out of the Atlas. Yeah, I told her it wasn't safe, but she said she had to go check on something.
Did you ask where she was going?
Whew, Marshall is not the kind of person you question. Kind of intimidating, you know? But, she was by herself, if that helps at all.
Not really, but thanks. Hopefully she turns up.
Man, there is a little something left, huh? Alright, hold on a second. We're just gonna go do a quick sweep of the reactor area. I'm very curious about the reactor. I can't believe that we never saw what was inside of it, and where else would she be going, right? Also, I'm kind of surprised. I feel like we were pretty thorough here, but we didn't actually cap out all of our abilities. Okay, down to... So he said he saw her when he was leading his men out of the Atlas Chamber. Let's check down there. We haven't been to the Atlas Chamber since we beat the game, right? Like we definitely came here for a side quest, but I think that was post-ending. Or pre-ending, rather. Okay, I am facing the wrong way, probably. Because this way would lead to the fire break. You probably wouldn't be leading them out this way, but I guess let's check both ends. It won't take long. It could be the case that this stuff about Marshall being missing is a tease for one of the DLC stories. So, if that's the case, obviously we won't find her. But who knows? Maybe maybe there is another story yet. Yeah, this will just take us out to that fire break. This is not the place we need to be. I'm gonna let this open and see if we see her out here. Okay, no, that's what I figured. Huh. I failed to press the button. There we go. This is something we didn't check out.
Reminder. If the contents of your workspace have been rearranged, removed, added to, or altered in any other way, you should immediately leave the area while speaking to yourself in a reassuring tone. This will not only keep you calm, but
we totally heard that and got
Thank
this.
you for your attention.
I guess I must have just not opened the door. We probably got into and out of here by smashing the glass. It does sound like me. Oh. And apparently I never went up here. I thought I was going back toward the control point there. Turns out sometimes my bumbling is actually a positive thing. I just really don't have any interest in fighting you. Except, you know, you. I obviously have to get my health back. So yeah, we want to go out other way, which is up here? Yeah, so here's Rangers. Can we talk to these guys at all? Are any of them interactable? Doesn't look like it. And this is the last place we saw her. And we listened to this, right?
Charlie 7 returned from an expedition into the quarry.
Yeah, we totally did.
Just after 0500 Zulu. Can you please state your names and describe the purpose of your expedition?
Okay, so let's assume she went this way.
Objective, as always, was to find a route from the threshold entrance.
Where am I headed toward? I'm in Blackrock Processing. So pretty far from the quarry. We were told she disappears into the quarry for days at a time, right?
No.
Maybe that's where she is now? She certainly doesn't seem to be here. Yeah, I guess let's make our way over to the quarry. What is this thing? This looks like a weirdly... an important machine that is like weirdly focused by the lighting of the room that we don't have any reason to interact with. Alright, I guess let's head across to the quarry using this thing. We'll just have a quick look around and see if we see her. This episode's getting extremely long. But at this point, it's certainly not worth doing another one. Not if this is our final thing. Unless we find her and she gives us a side quest, in which case... And maybe I should have just used the control point that we unlocked in the quarry. We should traverse the path. She could be kind of anywhere along it, right? Okay, the quarry is on... Oh, quarry is this way. I bet we're not going to find her. It makes a certain kind of sense, right? This is another mystery that gets left unanswered for the moment. That is not what I wanted. Okay. Yeah, we could definitely do this a little bit faster than we did last time. Just gotta be careful not to accidentally turn myself into paste. Okay. And yes, this is like... Should we do it this way, or should we just... I'm gonna jump to the control point that's actually in there. Where do I think she would be? This is kind of where I was hoping we were gonna find her. If not here, then... Maybe at that... There's like a little computer area in the center here, right? Maybe there? Doesn't look like there's anyone there. Yeah, and I mean, if she was down there, she'd have to contend with the astral spikes and stuff. It's like there's only a couple of places that I think they would put her. From a game design perspective, having to place this NPC into the world, I'm gonna assume they couldn't put her anywhere that the astral spikes go. So like the ends of the lines here, and then also the entrance to the restricted area. Sure doesn't look like she's over there. Yeah. Alright, let's check in here a little bit. Alright, there's no doors or anything that we missed. Makes me a little nervous when it hitches a little bit like that while I'm executing a fall. Yeah, I don't know, like maybe she's on the other side of this over at the Foundation area, but I'm not going to take that whole ride on camera just to find out. I probably will do it off camera though. But for now, I guess that's a little bit of an anticlimactic ending, but I think that is where we are going to end this episode, and for now the series, provided I don't see anything else interesting. I might do another video where I sort of like talk about my collected thoughts on the game, as I might have mentioned once or twice. I really enjoyed this, and that's a reaction that's maybe worth examining. There might be something interesting to learn about myself there. But for now, assume this is the end of the thing. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this even a tenth as much as I did. I really liked this game. Thank you all so much for watching, which I said already. Come back next time, tomorrow, for different stuff. More strategy stuff, probably. And we'll see you then.